What's up, everybody? So we had, or not we, the Players Voice movement had their sit down with the Scopely developers and the decision makers. And by all accounts, it sounds like it went really well. So in this video, we're going to be going through the response that we got from the GM, what the messaging from the Players Voice was via Sevi. We love Sevi. Let's go, Sevi. And then I'm going to break all the NDAs. Not really all of them, just one. Because I'm hyped. I'm very hyped for the game. This is gonna be a positive video, and you only get one for the month. Okay, that's it. One positive video, one negative video. The rest monotone. So enjoy it, because this is it. Part one, why I'm in a good mood, and it comes down to the Marvel Strike Force Players Voice. So they had their meeting, and let's see how that went. So this comes from Sevi. We love Sevi. Double tag, but love us. Anyways, the Player Voice movement was able to meet with key stakeholders at Scopely today, and we're happy to pass on this statement from Scopely as a result of the efforts from many of you that have helped shape this movement. And that input we were able to provide back to Scopely to help get this process going. We felt that the meeting was a great new beginning in an ongoing partnership between Scopely and the players community, and while some things will take time to enact change, there are some immediate actions being taken, as you will see addressed in this response from the general manager / head of Marvel Strike Force. The biggest takeaway is the agreement of the Players Council going forward. There is a few steps left to define it and get it going, but we believe the council will be in the front of the spear in leading the change charge to help get a lot of the issues addressed as we move to a much more collaborative relationship between the community and Scopely. This is the start. We have a voice and we have a commitment and participation. Now it's time to get work on really making change happen and successful. Now let's read the letter from the GM, and I'm going to sneeze. This part. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who took the time to be part of the State of the Game report. We know how much time, effort, and energy went into creating the document. The passion you all show for this game is something that we deeply appreciate, and without you, Marvel Strike Force would not be the game it is today. Facts. We hear you loud and clear, and we can promise that you will be making drastic change. We will be making drastic changes to the way we operate the game moving forward. The game has recently undergone a leadership change, and with the change in leadership, you should expect positive changes on how we run the game on multiple levels. That's very interesting. Is that the change of ownership from like Boundless to the I don't know, I can't pronounce, like I don't know the name of it, the Saudi Emirates? I don't know how that works. I don't know those words, sorry. For too long, we have operated on a closed-off studio, and all players' voices seem to fall into a void. We do not want to continue to operate in this fashion. Look forward to closely collaborating with the community and making Marvel Strike Force into the most amazing Marvel experience of all time. While we know we have a lot of work ahead of us to reach that goal, we believe it to be achieved given the community that we know loves this game as much as the developers do. This all sounds good. You always got to remember corporate speak, corporate jargon. They know to say things that people want to hear. So you need to see the action behind it, but let's continue reading on anyway. In the coming days, we'll be responding to each of the topics that have been brought up in the report. While we may not align on all the points in the report, it is safe to say that we've been thinking and working on addressing many of the major issues you have with the way we have been operating the game. As a good faith gesture, we wanted to flag a few points we have heard from the community that we'll be taking immediate action on. Gold. While we're working on the future gold injections, we immediately going to be adding recurring gold rewards in the war season rewards. Cool, we'll see how much that is. Players will see this reflected in-game June 18th with the first payout on July 2nd. Oh, because that's for the season. This is a 14-day season. Okay. Agency, we are committed to improving / expanding theory crafting opportunities. Dark Dimension 6 was the first step for us. We'll also be less prescriptive in Cosmic Crucible, starting with the next season, as well as raids, starting with the next iteration of incursion raids. Okay. Breaking NDAs. Let's go. Changing Cosmic Crucible. What I'll say is that they 100% got tired of us bitching about the conveyor belt thing, about having to use Masters of Evil against Wakanda 100% of the time, about having to use this new warrior team only against Tangled Web, Eternals, about like having to use against Rebirth that super prescribed room, and they have actually come to some people, some theory crafters, some envoys and stuff like that, and ask for ideas for rooms. I think that's super cool. I think that's an awesome thing for them to do. And I love seeing that kind of engagement with your most diehard fans of the game. I think that's dope. I think that's great. As far as the raids go, I mean, I guess that'd be the next iteration of the incursion raids for theory crafting. As it is right now, everything's cookie cutter, right? It's Rebirth, it's Death Seed, it's Invaders, and then it's going to be some kind of Mystic team, and it's going to be some kind of Tech team. I assume at least one of those sections is already done. There's already a cookie cutter team waiting for us around the corner for at least one of those sections. So maybe with the other section they'll be able to do something interesting with. We'll see how that goes. And then here's the big one. Marvel Strike Force Player Council, it's happening. The internal discussions have begun, and the first meetings are booked to iron out the details with the player voice representatives. Thank you for looking we look forward. Wow, I'm so bad at reading. We look forward to working with you and the community as we move forward together. Ryan Jacobson, General Manager, Marvel Strike Force. I can't say too much, but I want to say everything. I am genuinely excited about things that are coming down that I can't talk about. A lot of stuff, okay? I am very excited for some of the things that are going to be coming and being rolling out to the game. So much so that, no, I can't say anything else. Okay. I'm just genuinely excited about things that are happening. I think it's a good time to be a Marvel Strike Force player, at least in the very now. I'm excited to see what kind of gold we're looking at for these war payouts. Them listening on Cosmic Crucible, I think, is the best thing that could ever happen. Okay, I understand that they need to sell full teams. If every character is a plug and play character, then the power creep will go out of control. Imagine if every character release was a Kang level character. You know, that if every character was a Kang level character, then 2 patches after Kang was released, Kang would be obsolete. And you don't want that. So I understand that cookie cutter teams are going to be sold. I kind of feel like that is the place for them to be, is in raids, so that you can have that sim button. But I love the idea of having maybe 1 or 2 sections where you just straight theory craft teams up. War is definitely that place with certain plug and play characters coming in. You know, Chavez. What up, Ceci? Character like Chavez, a character like Quicksilver, a character like Apocalypse, Doom, Dorm, all that kind of stuff, right? I think that that's a fair thing to go by. But Crucible was like our playground. It was the place where we had complete decisiveness. No, we had free reign about what was on defense, what we used on offense. Like in the first couple of seasons, I always go back to that stage 6 with that skill room where adjacent allies to skill characters got energy. Zemo next to Doom became a thing. Hawkeye was a thing. Like that was the peak of Crucible for me. So if we can get back to that, where Crucible is our playground, I think that is the baseline of where this game really starts coming into its own. So I'm very excited about that. Anyway, so this was the outcome of the player's voice meeting with the developers. It sounds like it was mostly positive. We have Beta Ray Bill in chat, and he's not screaming or yelling, so I'm guessing it went well. I know people have this concern about this player's voice thing, which is something that they've already committed to. I would also be concerned about it if it wasn't Evdog and it wasn't Sevi and it wasn't Beta Ray Bill. But because I know those people, I know it's not going to be something that gets abused. They're not people that can be bought. I get that. And the way that they said they wanted to do this players council where it was going to be like a rotating thing of players. I'm not sure if that's still the case. I hope it is. Just so that, you know, it avoids any kind of corruption or when you become too close, too friendly with somebody, it becomes harder to be critiquing them and going to war with them over something. So I hope that stays the case. But this seems great. I'm in a hugely happy mood. So much so that I'm speaking in terribly broken English, almost like French is my primary language when it's really not. And that's it for this video. All right? Have a good day. Bye. Part 1 was all of it. Part 1 was literally part all. Bye.
If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.